Hey y'all, I'm back and I have a grocery haul update for you. Since the last grocery haul, I bought 2 gallons of milk, a thing of cilantro, a thing of bananas, and a private item for my daughter. So I spent the $5 and then I spent an additional $15. And so today's total, not the grand total, but the total for groceries, because I bought a lot of Christmas stuff today too. But the grand total for groceries was $174.54. So if I add the $15 into that, I'll be at $189. So I have $11 till the next payday, which I think is in January. So we'll see if I can make it. I need milk for sure. I will need milk for sure. I don't know what else I might need, but we'll see if we can make it with the $11 till the next paycheck. On to the haul. First up is Costco. Okay, here's the Costco haul. I should make a disclaimer: if you are any one of my family members, just don't watch this video, okay? I don't think you are, but don't. Okay, so this is what I got at Costco. I needed coffee. This was the cheapest one, and it's $1 more than it was in, I either bought it at the beginning of November or the end of October, but it is $1 more than it was then. Oh. I got some parchment paper. Oh, it is parchment paper. See? Parchment. I buy in bulk, all things that I can buy in bulk, and so this is something that we are almost out of. I've been doing a lot of like caramels and stuff, and so I needed more. This is my husband's Christmas present. He loves these things. I hate them. So as a gift to him, I got him something for Christmas. This was a special request from my oldest daughter. We have so much stocking candy, but she was like, "Those are my favorite," and so I bought them for her. We got some Kirkland French fries. These are bomb. I have been, the last 2 weeks, I've just been making my own fries and stuff, but this was in the budget, within the budget, so I got it. I forgot to mention, I saw last time when I was editing the video that I didn't mention the deli meat that I got. I did get deli meat, and we already made it through the chicken and almost all the ham. My daughter eats a lot of deli meat sandwiches, and I put the roast beef in the freezer for French dips or Philly cheesesteaks. The same is going to happen with this. This will be a meal for everybody, and then these will mostly be lunches for my daughter. There was one that was just a slightly little bit cheaper, but it didn't have the roast beef in it. And my husband and I have really been wanting Philly cheesesteaks, and my daughter and I, my teenager and I, love the French dips. So this was like a splurge in a way. It was a need, but a splurge. And then last but not least is a big bag of broccoli. Half of this is going to go in the fridge and half of this is going to go in the freezer. I like it better when it's this broccoli from the freezer than when it's like frozen broccoli. This is way better and it doesn't mush up. That looks like that was my Costco haul. I spent $111.02. Oh, that's not everything. We got some more almond milk. When I bought this in November's haul, I said we went through about 1 quart of these a week, and I was wrong because we went through 6 or 12 of these in 4 weeks. So it's like 3 every week, it looks like. But yeah, that's everything for my Costco haul. On to my Smith's haul. I actually ran out of powdered sugar this last week, so I've been without powdered sugar for over a week. So I bought 4 2-pound bags, so I bought 8 pounds. I did cost analysis because Costco sells a 7-pound bag for a little over $7, and these were cheaper. Got 8 pounds for like $7.12 or something like that. And then I also got this cranberry sauce for the holidays. I will say that I could save a lot of money right now if it wasn't the holidays, because I'm doing a bunch of stuff for the holidays. I mean, a ton of food that I wouldn't normally buy just for the holidays. I could be filling my stock, filling my pantry. So yeah, I spent $8.95 and I just bought these 5 items. On to my local grocery store. They were having, oh, I forgot, in my update, I also bought eggs. My local grocery store is having a 12 days of Christmas sale, and they had 1 dozen eggs. There we go. 1 dozen eggs for 48 cents. And so I made 2 purchases, and then I had my daughter go back and make another purchase. So we got 3 dozen eggs for like $1.50, less than $1.50. And that was part of the $15 that I spent. Whipped topping was on sale there for 68 cents a piece. If you've seen my videos, you know this is something we just keep in the freezer. I think there's 1 in there. So we'll add 2 more to the stock. We'll go through this though. We've been drinking a lot of hot chocolate. My husband loves Cosmic Crisp apples, and I've been eating them a lot too. So there was these bags, and it was like $1.58 a pound for the apples. And then if you bought them in these bags, you got $1 off. So I got all these apples for $8. Honestly, apples are getting outrageous, but it's a snack that my husband and I both love. My teenager will occasionally eat them too if they're cold. And then these oranges were on sale for $1.78. We didn't need them, but my daughter's been enjoying them, and they were so cheap that I bought them. And they're big oranges. There's not a lot in there, honestly. There's like maybe 6 or 7 in there. But yeah, I bought those 4 things for my local grocery store, and the total there was $11.15. The most expensive things were these apples, which were $9.01 to begin with, and then the $1 off, so they were $8.01 for that. All right, on to Walmart, which was my biggest order at, it was $108.85. I spent less at Walmart, but got way more stuff than I did at Costco. And so let's just start on one end and work our way over. So I got Parmesan cheese. Again, I did cost analysis because they sell this at Costco, and it was cheaper at Walmart. Some chicken stuffing. I got 2 boxes of these. I don't think we're going to use both boxes for Christmas. I'm pretty much the only person who eats this. Maybe a couple other people do, but mostly my family does not eat stuffing. It's one of my favorites though. So I did buy 2 boxes, and I'm just going to put 1 in this stock because I love this stuff. French's fried onions. The stuffing and the French's fried onions and the cranberry sauce, like these are all things that I would not be buying if it wasn't the holidays. So got the off-brand, and I'm gonna make dairy-free mushroom green bean casserole. So I'm gonna make dairy-free mushroom, cream of mushroom. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. These are all presents here. Oh, let's start in the back. This is a step stool that was deemed medically necessary by my daughter's occupational therapist. I did include it in the grocery haul though, so I could technically take out $11 if I need to, but because it is a medical necessity. There we go. Oh my gosh. Look, I have video last night too of me. I'm making a food video again, and I apologize in advance for what is going on with my brain. I've had 2 concussions this year and I'm still struggling. So my daughter dyes her hair black, and she's got roots showing. She hasn't bought her own for some reason. So this is her Christmas present, is 2 boxes of black hair dye. And then to take care of that hair, I got her some castor oil, because I saw not only this is good for hair, but it's also good for eczema, which she has. And then my husband gets this in his stocking. He uses this kind of soap, and he doesn't have a spare, so I just bought one for Christmas. And then I got this mask for my daughter. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna try it too and see how it does. But I love the oil that is this brand. My hair has been really thick since I started using it, so I got her this mask. And then the last time my daughter was in the shower the other day, my husband was like, she needs a loofah, and so this is a present for her for Christmas. Some more dairy-free cheese. If you've seen my videos, you know my husband is dairy-free, so he was actually out of cheese, so I was supposed to make mac and cheese for dinner last night, and I had to regroup and replan and make something else because we didn't have cheese for him, and I wasn't gonna just make mac and cheese for only my daughter and I. Swiss cheese we're having ham for Christmas, so we're gonna have ham and cheese Swiss cheese rolls. I'll make some sourdough rolls. We finally ran out of the processed cheese, and my daughter's supposed to be getting off of processed foods, so regular cheese it is. We've been buying the Kirkland or the Costco size patties the last probably dozen times, but these are actually a little cheaper, and so I asked my husband if he wanted to try these ones, and so we're gonna try them. The only problem is the patties are really nice when I want to make a breakfast sandwich, and I can make a breakfast sandwich out of these, but it's not as nice. If you've seen my hauls, you know we're kind of celery people during the winter. I kind of buy seasonally, and this is not something I buy in the summertime. Bananas from Walmart, because it was 50 cents a pound there, and so I got, I think, 3 pounds, and I buy these. Sometimes I'll put one in my oatmeal. Most of the time though, I let them turn pretty brown, and then I make my daughter's daily breakfast out of it. She literally eats a chocolate chip muffin every day that I make out of oat flour and chia seeds, hemp seeds, flax meal, and pumpkin seeds. And yeah, so this is how she gets her fiber in, is those muffins. And she's been going at this for months. I have just been making 24 muffins every 2 weeks, and then she eats them for 2 weeks straight, and then I make more, and then she eats more, and then it's just been an ongoing cycle. 2 dairy-free butters for my husband. I cook a lot with these, and I bake a lot with these because he deserves to have my baked goods and my food as well. Split pea, because we're having ham, so I'm going to make bone broth out of the ham, and I'm going to make split pea and ham. It's my husband's favorite soup. He will be super excited. We're also running low on split peas anyways. It's something I keep in the cupboard. These are really high in fiber, really high in nutrients. Just something that, like, if you make lentils, throw a couple split peas in there. It'll help up the nutrients. Sour cream, this is one that I actually make a concession on. I would rather buy Greek yogurt and use Greek yogurt, but my teenager will only eat the sour cream, so I also just eat the sour cream. So I buy sour cream instead of Greek yogurt. In here is a paint pen. I've used up almost every single little bit of the puffy paint. I'm going to continue to use it up, and then I will open this when that is finished, used up. But I needed something to replace it because I've been doing a ton of crafts with white paint. And then the last thing on here is we buy pre-made hamburgers, frozen hamburgers, because it's something we can throw together really easily that everyone in my house will eat, even if it's on bread and not a hamburger bun. It's something that we almost always have the ingredients on hand, and now that I've been making my own fry sauce, and I have been making my own special sauce from McDonald's, my family is in love with these. So it also works, the special sauce works really well on chicken sandwiches. So this is just something that we keep on hand at all times. There was a $10 item that I did get for my daughter that was private, that I'm going to keep private. So it looks like that was the end of my haul. Okay, so that was everything. So in total, we're at $174 with $15 from last yeah, I go by pay periods because that's what we work on. But last pay period was $15 over, and so we're at $189 with that $15 in. And so I would like to buy some eggnog because it takes 9 eggs to make eggnogs, and I don't really want to use 9 eggs to make eggnog. And so my Smiths, we had a power outage yesterday, and so they didn't have any of the on sale eggnog. So that'll be $3, and then milk will be $4, possibly twice. So we would be right at $11, which we would still stay under the $400 for the month. So I will keep you updated, and look for the update at the end of the month that I'm going to just go over everything. It's not going to be a grocery haul. It's just going to be what has been happening, what's going on with the challenge and all that. And then just an FYI, I am taking next week off to be with my family, so there will be no videos next week. But I guess I will see you in the next one in over a week from now. And just especially during these holiday season, remember to be kind to yourself.